So Jerome Powell came out and he said something that's just gonna shock you, and it might shock the markets as well. Welcome back, guys. It's Cash Boost, and today we're gonna be taking a look at the stock market, what's going on with the S&P, the Nasdaq, the Bitcoin, the dollar index, the US oil. It's gonna be a jam-packed show. But first, we're gonna head over to my screen and take a look at what's going on in the world. So Jerome Powell says that the Fed alone can't fix the broken housing market. He's like, yeah, burn the dog, burn the cat, but it's just not gonna happen, at least in our lifetimes. The housing prices aren't gonna be coming down anytime soon. It's a supply and demand issue. But we'll ask Mr. Trump, Mr. Trump, can we fix it?
What a stupid question that is. What a stupid question. But I watch you a lot. You ask a lot of stupid questions.
Okay, that wasn't very helpful, but anyway, we'll move along. So great, the housing is not coming down anytime soon, and those rents are gonna be unaffordable for a very, very long time. And take a look at this. Google spent $2.1 billion to hire the top AI engineer who quit Alphabet in frustration in 2021. Was this guy part of the Great Resignation? But Google has fired a lot of people and they've hired this dude worth 2.1 billion. This guy must be some sort of a tech wizard out there. But forget about tech and forget about wizards. Take a look at this. So CVS is now cutting more jobs. 2,900 job cuts. Some of them happening in Connecticut and a lot of them happening across the US. It's absolutely insane what CVS is going through. We'll also take a look at the CVS stock and see if CVS is tradable in the markets. But before we head into that, let's take a look at some of the pow that's going on. And Israel is going absolutely insane. They are like, we are gonna take this down the way we wanted to. Biden is not gonna do anything. I think Mr. Trump, are we gonna settle this if we come back into the office? What do you think?
I mean, I see this. It's so incredible. Ding, 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 ding. Boom. Okay. Pshin, boom. Star Wars.
I'll take that as a yes, sir. And speaking of the markets, Chinese stocks are on an epic bull run. Epic trading day for Chinese stocks. This is the critical moment for Chinese stocks, and I'll explain why in just a second in the charts. So the Chinese stocks have been on a massive bull run, and I said that this thing is on a rocket ship. The boosters are underneath, and it is gonna keep climbing for a very, very long time because the biggest moves, they are rarely traceable. In 2 weeks, not even 2 weeks, 2 weeks and 1 day, you guys are up 20%. Let's take a look at it from a daily perspective. Gapped up overnight, it was up about like 4%, but it came down. I think the selling just might continue tomorrow, but right now it's not something that I'm looking to sell. I've got a good position on China and I am not going to be selling that anytime soon. And because of this epic Chinese trade, I think US oil is gonna get a big pump. Let's take a look at US oil real quick. So look at this, coming down to this very nice support level. This is what I am looking for. This is a low, look at that. And this is, we wanna see a higher low over here. If we get something like this, that confirms a higher low, a break above this level, 72, is gonna give us massive confirmation that the US oil trade is back in play. We'll take a look at it from a weekly perspective first. Look at this massive reactions over here, and over here, taking out some big shorts. And if this rally is gonna happen, it's gonna happen right now. I think that the big Chinese stimulus is gonna be a positive sign for US oil. But Cash Boozer, what is a real trade? Give me a real trade. You want a real trade? This is a real trade for you. Look at this, the dollar index. This is a real one for you. And the way I'm gonna trade this is to the upside. And why do you think I'm gonna be trading to the upside? If you've been listening to me, you can clearly see that this is a great level to buy. Why is that, Cash Boozer? That is because the 200 period moving average. It just tagged the 200 period moving average and it is coming up nicely from that level. Look at that, a massive candle from that 200 period moving average. And keep in mind that this is not a daily chart, this is the weekly chart. It's been hanging around on this level for a very long time and it's about time that this thing breaks out. Again, keep those stop losses handy and don't trade like a cuckoo. And let's take a look at the S&P 500. Where is S&P right now? S&P is at record levels. Can we all congratulate the S&P hodlers? And let's take a look at it from a daily perspective. What can we see on the S&P? Record highs. There is absolutely no trade on this just yet. If you got on a trade right here, congratulations, this was a great trade. But Cash Boozer, why was it a good trade? It was a good trade because of two reasons. Number one, the 200-day moving average. Look at that, trading above that. Check, number one. Number two is the 20-period moving average. One full candle close above the 20 and the rally continues. This was a buy signal and this was when you should have gotten in. The trade has already played out. This is not a financial advice. Let's take a look at it from a Qs. What's going on with the Qs? The Qs are on a very critical level. This is a great support level right here at 484. But you see that? You see this rejection wick right here? This is a fantastic signal that the market wants to go higher. Look at this, look at that, look at this. These are all great signs that this market is going to be heading higher in the next coming days. And if the rejection wicks hold and the support level holds, I can see the Qs making all-time highs just like the S&P 500. And why would the Qs not make all-time highs? Because take a look at this. Apple just moved 2.3% in a single day. And Apple is the biggest stock in the S&P 500 and also in the Nasdaq. It is very, very tech heavy. I think that with such strength in Apple, the Nasdaq should be heading for all-time highs. Everyone on YouTube is like, yeah, the market's gonna crash, the recession is gonna do this, the recession is gonna do that. I don't see any of that because look at this, the markets are making all-time high. And as long as the reversal is not there, we just can't trade it to the downside. But let's take a look at what's going on with the Apple stock. So Apple is heading to all-time highs. This is a major resistance level for Apple. But the way the candle is closed, it's closed at its high. Look at that. That's a great close. And I think that the rally is going to continue. And Apple is also heading for all-time highs. And let's take a look at Tesla real quick. So Tesla, is this thing tradable right now? It's heading to a major resistance level. We'll ask this very nice guy, is this thing tradable? Speak English. Answer, this thing is overextended right now. It's heading to this major resistance level right here. Right here, there should be some kind of a reaction and some shorting should happen on Tesla. I think that there should be maybe a little bit of a chop, something like that, and then a major dump. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen something like that. We'll also take a look at Microsoft. What's going on with Microsoft? So again, this is a great chart, guys. Why is that? Because it's so simple. Look at this. This is a low and this is a higher low. This is a break of structure right here. This was the big break that I was looking for. And whenever this break happens, it goes up, it comes down, it back tests, and then you see these rejection wicks right here. You see that? This is a very, very good confirmation for us. I think Microsoft is going to join the party very, very soon. Let's take a look at my favorite, gold. So gold is trading all-time high. I don't think this is a trade. I think this is more of an investment. We'll take a look at it from a higher time frame. No pullbacks at all, no problems on the weekly chart, no problems on even the monthly chart. This thing is on a complete rocket ship. No one's talking about it, by the way, in the mainstream media, and rightfully so, because they don't want you to know about this awesome trade. But could we have predicted that gold was gonna make such a big move? I think yes, because this was a major resistance level right here. You see that? 1, 2, 3, 4, and boom, this was the break. This was what we were looking for, and when this happened, gold took off like a rocket ship. And we're not trading on the hour, we're not trading on 2 hour, we're not trading even on the day, we're trading on the month. So this break was very significant. And let's take a look at silver, what silver is doing. So silver is also trading at all-time high. Whatever the big boy gold does, silver is gonna follow, and that's just how it's gonna be. Silver and gold, in my perspective, are both investment materials. Again, not a financial advice, but these things are gonna be heading much higher in the coming days. And let's take a look at Bitcoin real quick. So Bitcoin is doing also something really interesting. You see all these rejection wicks on the monthly chart. With this kind of accumulation, I think that Bitcoin is also heading much higher. Let's take a look at it from a trading perspective real quick. So from a trading perspective, it's come down to the 200 period moving average. Look at that, this green line, it's come down to the 200 period moving average on the daily chart. And if buyers are gonna step in, they're probably gonna step in right now. That's all I had for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed today's show. If you did, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to Cash Booza and leave your thoughts in the comments. You can watch my previous video right here and the one before right here, and I will see you tomorrow.